Let's go. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Berman. Today, for the first video of 2024, Happy New Year, everyone. We are going to be hitting the VGC Regulation F casual ladder. Regulation F still has not officially begun. With this Raging Bolt team. Before we begin, if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, helping this video reach more people, helping this channel grow, I'd appreciate that. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is typically when I stream. I battle against the chat. We're going to be using the Regulation F rule set, getting some practice against each other. I have a lot of new stuff that I'm implementing into the stream, so that's exciting. Just make sure that you're hitting the notification bell because it's too many people who want to battle to be able to go for hours and hours and hours and hours. So that's going to fill up within the first 15 minutes. So do be there right when I begin, 7 p.m. Again, I'm pretty on that lately. Let's talk about this team very quickly. You know, here on the channel, I like to make weird Pokemon work. And this being, you know, the first time we're really getting a look at a lot of these new Pokemon, I'm like, oh, cool. Some new Pokemon, some new past Paradox Mons. So going into Regulation F, I was very excited to get my hands on Raging Bolt. I'm like, what can I do to make this Pokemon work? You know, I really want to make this cool Pokemon work. And then what I normally do is I'll surround a weird Pokemon with a bunch of good Pokemon to make that weird Pokemon look good. This team is not weird. This team is just a bunch of really good stuff. Raging Bolt, I'm not making that thing look good. It's going to make me look good. I know I'm also not the first person reporting this. I think it's going to be a staple. It's a very good Pokemon. It's very, very fun to use too. So we're going to get some battles in here today. I think it's going to carry me through all of these games. I apologize because if this is your first video, I do make weird Pokemon work on the ranked ladder. Today, turns out I made a team surrounding a Pokemon that does not need my help. So thank you for clicking on this video in the first place. Again, like, comment, subscribe, help this video reach more people. And without any further ado, let's hop into some battles here, shall we? All right, my opponent has a really fun team. I like seeing Suicune. I can't wait to use Suicune. Walking Wake is so much fun to use, but Suicune itself, I think, is such a fun VGC Pokemon. Obviously, Incine's over there. There's a lot of sun. There's a lot of hail stuff happening. Snow stuff happening. But I see some stuff I want to Thunderclap as well. Just gotta be careful about it. I think that means I don't lead. Yeah, I don't think I lead with you. Whenever I see an Incineroar, I just bring Fluttermane. Like, it's just a really great answer to Incin. I think Lando might get faked out here, but it's just a really good bring for this game. We're trying to show off Raging Bolt here as well, and then I got to bring one of my fake out mons. But which one? And let's bring the new one. Let's bring Incineroar. Even though technically Incin might not be as... Well, no, I think Incineroar is the Pokemon to bring here, because there's a snow synergy happening over there, so that means blizzards, probably, and this isn't an Assault Vest. Oh, no, it is. Is my Rillaboom Assault Vest on this team? I've been using a Miracle Seed. No. Who's Assault Vest on this team? Do I have an Assault Vest user on this team? Or is it Miracle Seed Rillaboom? Let me double check that really quick. Actually, no, I didn't bring Rillaboom. I don't have to double check that real quick. I like the Intimidate onto the Ogerpon for sure. But it was really smart of them to lead Ogerpon. We can go into Incin here. I think I'm a Flying Tera Blast. I'm realizing that I actually didn't bring a ton for the Ogerpon. If they let me do this... Well, yeah, I don't know. I didn't need to switch out Fluttermane there. I like both went for the Intimidate on the Ogerpon, but also went for the Tera flying into it. I think that I could have more advantageously... Well, they're going to let me do it. I mean, that's great. But yeah, I don't need Incin to be out here right now. I guess I didn't lose anything here for that. And now I can fake out whatever Pokemon replaces Ogerpon. You know what? I made a good move. And it was all on purpose. I was ready for that burn animation to come in. I was ready for it. Let's attempt to fake out the Incin. We might get speed tied here. Is it long dog time? I think it is. I resist Scald, and I think that's what's coming into this spot here. Or we're going to see like a Tailwind, too. Could totally see that. And I think that Electroweb might be a really nice baseline play to go for. Our Fake Out goes first. That's cool. And it was just a Scald into... I'd way rather Raging Bolt be burned than Lando. That's for sure. Let's do a slow parting shot off of you. We'll go slower than the... Actually, that might not actually be true after I Electroweb. No. Suicune should actually go first here. If it's gonna. So a parting shot into the Suicune or whatever it switches into will go slowly, which is what I want to do. I'd love to get a Pokemon in after my opponent attacks. The texture on Suicune's crystal rocks. Hadn't seen that yet. It's really, really cool. Is it a horn? What are we calling that? Hello? How dare you? Don't do that to me. Sheer cold. What the hell, man? A parting shot does nothing if you're just going to go for Okos. I can actually go into, yeah, Lando here now. I don't want them to go for Snarl, and then I feel dumb for throwing out my special attackers. It's just their own parting shot. That's okay. They also wanted that slow pivot. Slow pivoting is so underrated. I really love that playstyle. Yeah, that's a good Pokemon to bring in here, isn't it? Well, I think I might. I'm going to double into Flutter. We got the Thunderclap. We're now at, like, neutral special attack because of the parting shot. Yeah, nice. The Tera Blast cleans it up for us. Does Sheer Cold hit us? Oh, Rest. Interesting. Is it like Chesto? This is like Rest Talk Suicune? What are we... What is this? This is Draft League? There's the attack drop. I think I just Electroweb. I'm scared. I'm scared of there's a lot of things that have to happen now. Sleep Talk has to select Sheer Cold, and then Sheer Cold has to hit for me to die to something here. I just feel like that's so possible. Like, that feels so much more possible than it actually is. Knock off into a Pokemon that already lost its item, so... Cool. It lands on the rest. Not a big deal. We can Fake Out and we can Electroweb. Don't Fake Out Suicunes, folks. All of the legendary dogs have inner focus. I'm glad that we're actually using a lot of Electroweb here in this end game, because a lot of people have been using like Calm Mind, which I think is interesting on Raging Bolt. But I kind of like the ability to support the rest of the team. Because now I can Parting Shot off of you. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to Flare Blitz into you. And Draco into you. Can I end the game like this? Okay. And Down Smash finishes off the other Incin. This is great. These are the two new Pokemon on the field, finishing things off here that I'm using on this team. Very, very fun. Glad that we got to showcase some Raging Bolt there. Glad that we got to see a cool Suicune set. Not bad. Good game to my opponent. Okay, now we're talking. I love seeing the Iron Crown team. Haven't gotten to use it myself, but I know that it's really nice as a speedy expanding force user. But it looks like there's multiple options for my opponent, depending on what they want to do. What I like is that I do have priority in many places. So if they do get Trick Room, it's not that big of a deal. The bigger thing is that I can't go for priority if they have Psychic Terrain. So I definitely need to bring Rillaboom. Okay. My instinct is to lead with these two to deal damage turn 1 as much as I can. And then we bring Rillaboom and Long Dog in the back. Raging Bolt. I think that works out okay. It gives me the ability to, like, if I need to, I can swap Rillaboom in hard to fake something out if I need to stop Trick Room, or, you know. There's a couple of options, although the whole Hatterene and Indeedee thing becomes just so much tougher since Indeedee itself can Trick Room now. Gets weird. What'd they go for? Alright. Oh, interesting. Yeah, oh man, that's cool. It's terrifying, but it's cool. I think they're going to swap out Hard and bring in Psychic Terrain. I'm going to Flare Blitz right into that slot, and I'm going to swap into... This is really hard. I can't protect with my choice specs on. And if I'm swapping out with this Pokemon... I think I'm saying goodbye. Oh, wow. That's not what I expected. They really made that Pokemon super scary, so I doubled into it. Protecting there was not on the bingo card. I think they maybe just wanted to see what I was going to do, because that also is not advantageous for them necessarily. We saw Incin move after the... yeah, so actually what I can do here, if they want to switch into Psychic Terrain... No, wait, they got a speed boost from the... Does that mean they're faster than Fluttermane? It's really hard. It's really hard to know. I think I still just stick to my guns here and just double in. Here comes the Psychic Terrain. If it is the Psychic Terrain, one of my Pokemon should be getting the kill here. Unless they Tera. I mean, Shadow Ball would still do a lot, but I think they got the speed boost, so... Yeah, but they have to go for Tachyon Cutter. They can't Expanding Force there, I guess. That should do a lot of damage. Not going to kill, but... Alright. We just go bonky here. But I think we might just U-turn back out immediately. I want to preserve my ability to reset Psychic or Grassy Terrain. This is tough. It's a mind-gamey game. I think I'll just Snarl and U-turn off of... Oh, gosh, this is tough. No, okay. I'm going to Flare Blitz into you and U-turn off of that slot. My Raging Bolt should be safe from damage here. Yeah, because that thing was always going to go first. That did nothing. Oh, sorry. That was U-turn, not Grassy Glide. It shouldn't have done anything. I was resisted. Attempt the Flare Blitz. I think a really nice neutral play I can go for here is just a I can keep pressuring with Flare Blitz into that slot, actually. I'm going to. I could just protect with Raging Bolt for a turn. They have incentive to keep Florges out on the field. But they also have incentive to bring Indeedee back in that slot. And I think they're scared of wasting their speed boost. Although they shouldn't be, because they got rid of my Fluttermane already, and that was really the thing that's the speed boost was helping them outspeed. They should naturally outspeed everything else. The real game here is who has the terrains and how long they can keep it. They go for Expanding Force into that slot. It tells me they didn't really have a ton to do there. That's really annoying, though. The fact that I didn't outspeed is pretty tough. I'm going to attempt the Thunderclap. This is pretty spooky, though. Okay, they didn't go into the Psychic Terrain, so I will get this Thunderclap off at +1. Let's go. That is fantastic stuff right there. I needed that to happen. Oh, I haven't seen the head spin yet. I heard about the head spinning on the KO. One of you told me about it. Might have been Mind. That was so important. If my opponent had Pollen Puffed there, oh, I would have been fine then too. Thunderclap would have killed before the Pollen Puff hit. A lot could have gone wrong, but it didn't, so I'm glad. I'm just going to Snarl now. I think the best thing is to use my Tera here to resist the... Not to resist, but to not be weak to the oncoming Moonblast. And I can just Electroweb. I might feel silly if they go for the Trick Room, but if they do, I now feel okay about the fact that I have Rillaboom in the back. They have one less Pokemon. Like, we could win the Terrain Wars now. And then if they get Trick Room, then Thunderclap and Grassy Glider back on the table. That crit, you know, that should have done a lot less. And it still didn't do a ton to max HP Raging Bolt here. We're seeing the Spatak drops. It's just a Psychic. Okay. I'm going to Parting Shot off of the Florges here. I think that Incin might outspeed it now because of the Electroweb speed drop. And I'm just going to Draco the Indeedee. If I can finalize this Terrain War business, yes, I can take that opportunity here. If I get this Parting Shot first, excellent. Moonblast, unless it crits again, shouldn't kill me. Back into Bonky. Grassy Terrain for life. And what is their last Pokemon all along? Well, they were trying to Pollen Puff. I mean, Pollen Puff would be great into my grass types now, but... Cool. We are, as it turns out, Assault Vest Rillaboom, which I think I prefer. Let's fake out the Dregan, and let's Electroweb. Let's get some more damage off on that thing, since I don't think there's a ton that Florges can do to Rillaboom. We get the flinch there. It would have gone next. We're not attacking at full capacity anymore because we got the special attack boost from the booster, but then going for the Draco dropped us actually to -1. The Pollen Puff is interesting, though. Let's Woodhammer you. I can hit that thing really hard with a Thunderclap if I just reset my stats. So let's go back into Incin. We can pressure again with Fake Out. Woodhammer should... It's definitely going to outspeed, but I think I have a good chance at crushing the Florges here. Now I wish I was the Miracle Seed set. I'd feel way better about it, but... If we can eliminate Pollen Puff from the range of possible things here, that'd be great. It's It's Meteor Beam. Oh, it's Meteor Beam! And I went into my fire type. Okay, you didn't deserve that, Incin. Maybe you did. I don't know. But we crushed that thing right there. So that's great. That's the first time I've seen Meteor Beam in this game. Didn't love it, but what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna Wood Hammer and Thunderclap. I think we'll be okay. But if this thing has like Heat Wave or something and it lives the Thunderclap, then that could be an issue. Rillaboom does have the Assault Vest, so they have a special attack boost now. But I think we'd be okay. The texture on Iron... What is it? Iron Gullet? What's it called? It's really good, is what I'm trying. I'm trying to compliment you. Jugulus. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I think that Raging Bolt in many cases really showed its bulk there, too. Being able to live that at the end in the end game there, it's really solid. And it just doesn't need to run speed because of Thunderclap, so you can throw all of that investment into HP and defenses if you want, which is what this Raging Bolt does. That was a fun game. I really liked my opponent's team a lot, and there was a lot of hard choices to make. Very good game. Good game. All right, going up against a Sun team featuring Alcremie. And Metagross, for that matter. And Charizard. Lots of stuff. Actually, I was fooled into believing... Some part of me still sees Charizard and is like, yeah, that thing has Drought. Not anymore. So, they have to set it manually. Now, I'm a fool. Like, I'm definitely not going to assume that thing isn't Covert Cloak. Like, it feels like they can definitely get it off turn 1 if they want it. So, really the play is to fake out the other slot first. You know, if they want to set Sun, I have a Pokemon that likes being in Sun. I actually have a couple of Pokemon that like being in Sun. So let's bring these 3 for sure. They're just so good together. There's a lot of stuff I want to Thunderclap on this team too, by the way. And I could actually see Lando coming in really clutch in a late game situation. To choose whether to Rock Slide if it's Charizard still in the field, or Stomping Tantrum if it's Metagross still in the field, or Terra Blast Flying if it's Venusaur. Like, there's a lot of things that I can do. I think I also have a chance of outspeeding some things, even if they're boosted by, like, Tailwind. A couple of things. Like, I think I could outspeed the Alcremie. I might be able to outspeed the Metagross depending on its spread. I don't know. Whimsicott Charizard. Huh. Let's fake out the Charizard. And Moonblast the Whimsicott. I don't hate it. I'm locking into Moonblast, which might not be too smart. But I'm not going to fall for the Covert Cloak situation. What's annoying is that Whimsicott, I feel like, is so Covert Cloak coded that it could really run whatever it wanted and get away with it. You son of a gun. I hate that Pokemon. Ugh, that's so funny. Okay, let's just Snarl. It's the safest thing to do there. And if we go into Long Dog, we'll resist a fire move. If that's what they want to go for now. Snarl's actually a really, really solid play here. Then I can always Thunderclap the Charizard next turn. The Sunny Day does come out. I mean, they needed to, right? If Walking Wake's in the back, they needed to. Heat Wave doing a lot there despite resisting it, to be honest. And they have the... Is that Life Orb? That's Life Orb because Solar Power would activate now, right? Yeah. Metagross. Well, I'll just Flare Blitz you and Protect. I think maybe that's our best play here. He's so big that the Protect animation can't even go in front of him. Wow, and they miss an Air Slash onto... Incin has Incin has this Charizard's number. Earthquake's gonna hit Incin, but we can live one. Yeah. We'll get our Sitrus. In Sun, we're absolutely gonna obliterate this Metagross right here. Gone. We didn't even go down there. I kind of wish we did die to recoil there, to be honest. This is a tougher choice now. I can slow Parting Shot off the Walking Wake as I Thunderclap the Charizard. This guarantees that Walking Wake is only able to kill one of my two Pokemon, but they're either going to target me with a Dragon move into Raging Bolt or a Water move into Incin. Oh, well that's okay too. I do think I had them. They had Tailwind, but it was also expiring soon, which means that my Raging Bolt would have then... Because Sunny Day went up before Raging Bolt came out, so it didn't even pop its booster energy yet. It would have just popped its booster energy to continue to have that special attack boost. I could have kept Thunderclapping if Raging Bolt was who ended up staying out. I would have gotten the Parting Shot to... Like, I would have killed the Charizard and then gotten the Parting Shot to, you know, start to permanently weaken because they couldn't switch out to reset it on the Walking Wake. And then Fluttermane also gets a speed boost in the Sun, which was going to stick around longer than their Tailwind was. So, yeah, felt pretty good about that one. I would have been interested to see what Tera could have done for my opponent. I think that depending on what their Teras were, they maybe could have found a way to get a really nice turn off on me. Tera Grass on your Charizard, live the Thunderclap, get a double KO in that game. Or on that turn, you know? Maybe that brings them back in a bit. I think the Sun-supported Fluttermane in the back, though, is really, really scary for them. Good game to my opponent. That was a fun one. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. There you have it. I mean, you know, it's basically what I said. Raging Bolt came to every single game and did really supportive... Like, did supportive things with Electroweb, did really important things as far as, like, I don't care if you get Tailwind or Trick Room. I have a special attack boosted stab Thunderclap. Such a good move. And Draco Meteor also just, like, really strong, man. The ability to invest fully in HP to live stuff while you're just obliterating things with massive hits is just so good. Really, really enjoyed using Raging Bolt. Let me know what you think about it. This is now all of the past Paradox forms of the legendary dogs. So go check out the other videos if you haven't already. I liked using all of them. I think Raging Bolt's the best one. I think Walking Wake was my favorite one. And I think Gouging Fire is, first of all, most outclassed by its original, by like Entei, you know? Than the others are by their originals, but I did like Gouging Fire a lot. I just don't think that I found the thing about it that might make it really good. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I think that Raging Bolt can appear kind of on a million different teams, a million different archetypes with different movesets. I said Calm Mind before is a thing people are doing. I don't think it needs booster energy. I think you could do like a more defensive thing with maybe like Leftovers or Sitrus or something. I don't know. But the possibilities, we'll see what people come up with. It's going to be fun to see. Thank you so much for watching the video in the first place. Like, comment, subscribe before you leave. Thank you for everything you've done on this road to 10K. And make sure you show up to a stream on a Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, somewhere near you, wherever you're watching this right now. Thanks, everybody. Until next time, my name is Berm. See you later.